Cybulski here. Welcome to our next podcast. So the other day, Mr. Bammer and I were in Camp Min. We were talking about campus ministry stuff, very official. And all of a sudden he gets this very serious look and he goes, oil change. And I'm like, what? He's like, before you leave work today, say oil change. I've been meaning to call to get my oil changed for the past week. It hasn't happened, so just say oil change. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, of course. Fast forward like 9 hours later, I'm driving home from my other job. I'm in my car and I'm like, oh, dang it, I need to get my car inspected. Then I was like, oil change. All of a sudden, I remembered the oil change. So then once I got home, texted Mr. Bammer and I'm like, hey, I think it's too late, but oil change. He's like, yeah, it's too late. We'll call tomorrow. I'll take care of it tomorrow. Just remind me tomorrow. And I'm like, hey, when I remind you about oil change, can you remind me about my car inspection? Because I've been meaning to call to get an appointment from Pet Boys and it hasn't happened. He's like, yes, we'll make a moment where we remind each other and we take our calls. I'm like, perfect. And so in that moment, Mr. Bammer and I have so much going on that we need to help being reminded of what's happening and what we need to do in our life. We're all focused on campus ministry that we forget about the other things in our life. But how much is that for all of us, for everything in our life? We wake up at whatever time, 7 a.m., maybe a little later, maybe a little earlier, and we keep going until the end of the day. We don't stop. We're at school, we got a test, we got this, we got study hall where we just hang out with friends. Then we go to soccer practice, we go to baseball practice, I don't know. And then we finally do our homework, talk to friends, and just go to sleep. We are so busy from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, which is great and awesome until we're trying to figure out things in our life, ways to work on our faith life and stuff. Because hey, when you're going, it's easy to forget about everything in your life that is faith related. And the beautiful thing is that, hey, sometimes we need to be held accountable, and there's people who can help us be accountable. So one level are built-in accountability partners. Those built-in accountability partners are like our parents and our teachers. So on Sunday mornings when we just want to sleep in because we've been up so late all this week working on homework, our parents are the ones that are like, hey, get up, it's time to go to mass. And you're like, no. But we need that because we're doing so much in our life that we need someone to help remind us to do that. Or we're at school and third period we have a test and it's a math day. And we're like, I just need to study more. And our teachers are like, hold up, that can wait. This is more important, we need to go to mass. It's just that good reminder of, okay, yeah, what is important? How do we do that? But if we had to do that on our own, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be able to remember at all. So then the next level is kind of more of our moral life and what does our moral life look like? And as a Catholic, confession is a beautiful thing in that, hey, yeah, every time you're going to confession, it ends up being Jesus who's there forgiving your sins. But what happens if you end up going to the same priest over and over again? Practically speaking, I know for myself, I make a list of things that I need to go to confession for. And especially when I'm going to the same priest again, I'm like, am I really yelling at my brother for the 25,000th time in a row? And so it just kind of keeps me accountable. And then when I go to that priest, doesn't always remember, but if he does, he gives me something to help me work on that a little better. Hey, how about for your penance you do this in order to help your relationship with your brother? Having that accountability with a priest for your moral life, and hey, you could take that to the next level and go to spiritual direction, which, hey, if you're interested, come talk to me, Mr. Bammer, Father Arena, because we have it here. That is an opportunity for you to keep touching monthly with a priest on that accountability of your moral life. Then I'd say the next level is our personal own spiritual growth life. So say we look at our life and we're like, I wish I would go to mass at least once a week during the weekdays. I need to be more thankful in my life. Or there's so many people asking me to pray for them. I need someone to help remind me of that. Because again, we're going and don't stop, that we need help with that. And so that's where you got your friends, all around you. You're surrounded by your friends almost 24/7. If not, you got a phone and can talk to your friends that way. And so maybe it's reaching out to a friend and saying hey, can you help me out? I'm trying to be more thankful. On every Sunday, can you ask me, hey, Chloe, have you written down 3 things you're thankful for? And they're like, sure, yeah. Hey, on the same note, I'm trying to remember to pray for the people who've asked me to pray for them, because so many people do. On Sunday, when I ask you, like when I remind you to be thankful, can you remind me to pray for those people? Hey, yeah, sure, of course. And so that you're there for each other to help each other out. And it's so great to have those accountability partners, because as you can tell, if I don't have an accountability partner, I'm never gonna call to get my car inspected, you know? And I think this really shows us that God didn't make us so that we would go on this faith journey alone. He wasn't like, hey, welcome to the world, you're on your own, you know? No, he put us here to be with each other, to help each other, to be in communion with each other. And it's such a blessing that here at Lancaster Catholic, our faith is a central part of that we're all working together to get to heaven. And so when I need help, I know I can call on a friend here at Catholic to help me along that route. Or if I see a friend struggling, like that's when I'm gonna reach out and help them. This week, try to see if you can find that accountability partner that you can ask them for help. And when you see somebody struggling, go ask them if they need help. Until next time, see ya.